Good morning, everyone. Welcome again to the morning devotion. I mentioned last time that I felt like we were at the shaving our head stage, didn't I, of lockdown. Some people might still be weighing that up a little bit in their minds as to the positives and negatives of committing or not committing. I feel that now we may have entered the pottering around the house stage of lockdown, where you look for jobs that might need doing, that you've not had a chance to get around to doing, and these things now they suddenly have the time to occupy our minds, don't they? And they become maybe bigger things than they originally were. Some of the things that I've been burdened with have been: how many times a day can you wipe down the surfaces in the kitchen? 27 was my last count. How many times can you check the windows for fingerprints from your 3-year-old and your 1.5-year-old? I've lost count of that one. How often is often enough to change your outfit? No one's going to see you after all. So can you get an extra 3 or 4 days out of one outfit now? I don't know what the rules are anymore. Is it okay to wash my car even though I've not driven it since the last time that I washed it? How many times a day is it okay to go to the fridge, open it up, stare into it for 15 seconds, close it, and then walk away? And there's various other questions I'm sure that you guys have been going through each day that have been occupying maybe more time than you would like. And there's one thing that I've really enjoyed doing. It's going downstairs each morning and with my breakfast reading the daily reading plan. And if you've been following along, which a lot of people have, I know, we just started Numbers, which means we've just finished Leviticus, which there may have been a few sighs of relief at the end of that, because it's not the easiest read, is it? So maybe there were some sighs of relief as the final chapter emerged. But as I was reading Leviticus, I texted Tom about it actually. I was amazed, as I am whenever I kind of read it, which isn't often if I'm honest, at the vast amount, the incredible amount of rules and instruction that God gave. The specificity of some of them as well, and how hard and how time consuming it must have been for the Israelites to be able to adhere to all these rules. It must have taken so much of their time and effort. I know that today we may feel that laws regarding diet and sacrifice and social behaviour maybe don't apply to us as much. However, if we look at it and we see all the ways in which sin has separated us from God, and all these things that the Israelites had to do to be right with God, it shows you how far we have fallen when sin entered the world. And we can see how holy God really is, and the fact that all these things had to be adhered to for them to be okay, for them to be holy in the sight of God. And hopefully this will lead us even more to praising and to worshipping God for the sacrifice He's given us when He sent His Son Jesus. Hebrews 10 verse 10, if you want to read with me, it says, By that will we have been sanctified through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all. Romans 12 verse 1, it says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And I think it is reasonable. Consider what the Israelites had to do to be sanctified and to be acceptable. God's mercy has been shown to us. For that, we should want to and we should strive to live our lives in a way that please Him, in our thoughts and in our actions. Again, if you think how hard it must have been for the Israelites to follow all these laws, and how dedicated they must have been in order to keep them, let's not take that lightly. Let's not think that we don't need to have the same sort of dedication now. Let's approach it with the same mentality if we can, daily sacrificing our own lives to God. Could we commit more of our time to living a life of sacrifice? I know for me it's definitely the case. So often I live my life for me, for myself and my own desires and what pleases me. Are there areas of our lives that we're yet to sacrifice, that we could ask God to take hold of? Ask Him today, take control of all the areas of our lives, not just the parts that we want to give to Him, so that our life can be holy and acceptable to God. Let's pray. Lord, thank you for being with us again on a new day. In the unusual times that we're in, we thank you that you're powerful, you're in charge of everything that's going on. Pray that you continue to work in us, even though we're not together, continue to work in us to make us holy and acceptable in front of you. Change our lives. Remind us of things that we might need to give over to you. Pray that as we have another day today, we'll live our lives holy and acceptable to you, Lord. In your name, amen. Have a great day, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon.